Hi, powerful women. Hi, everyone. Hi, powerful men. If you are watching, this live is mostly directed to women, but if you're a man, you are watching, you will learn something as well. I'm Justyna Kucharska, and for the last 10 years, I've been helping women to overcome painful relationship patterns and to be able to create and helping them to heal and create loving, committed, deeply passionate, healthy, loving, committed relationships. And also for the last 10 years, I've been focused mostly on women, working with women on mindset about men, mindset about sexuality, mindset about women, on women power, mindset about women pleasure, really helping them heal the traumas and also teaching women how to have better orgasms. Now, all this all this is still focus of mine, and I do still do that with women. However, what I've noticed over and over and over again with me and also with my clients more and more, that changing mindset, healing traumas, and great orgasm is not everything when it comes to have healthy, loving, deeply devoted, passionate relationships. And there is a one more important piece that's missing. And today I want to share about this piece. The missing piece is boundaries and priorities. But what's that even mean? A lot of people talk about boundaries, but what that mean? We do need a boundaries to feel safe, to be able to open up to intimacy, to be able to open up. And actually, men and women needs to feel safe to be able to open up. And this is how this is my most work is about how to create safety for both for men and women in the way they need to create that deep loving intimacy we all crave, we all need. um so the missing piece today I want to talk about is boundaries and priorities, because especially in this, if you are watching, I can see there is a one like, great. If you are watching, say hi. I want to say hi to you, whoever you are. And if you have a questions, post in the comment. Probably I will be talking today for about half an hour. So if you are joining now, if you're joining later, do post in the comment your question. I can answer today. I would love to also have your input. If you do hear noises, sometimes I have some construction going on outside. Hopefully we will have the half an hour without noise. We'll see. Otherwise, we'll take the life as it is, and we will make it. We will make the best. We are not going to change reality for a perfect. We're going to use and bring reality. We're going to accept reality the same way like we have to accept people in relationship who they are without changing them, because as some of you know, who if any of my clients are watching, we can't change them, we can only change ourselves. So because of the massive social change we are going through, not only for the last 2 years, probably for the last 10, 20 years, when so many people are traveling, so many people are changing geographic, so many people are changing geographically, culturally, going through a massive personal growth, through women having financial responsibility and and financial power, with a lot of people leaving behind family and friends they grew up with, and a lot of people also experiencing more and more isolation behind the screen, whether it's internet, whether it's now work, experiencing isolation. All of that affect intimate relationships. Does that make sense? All of that affect. I would also say that a lot of time intimacy, that deep intimacy, it's a microcosm of everything what's going on in relationships. Like this is a place where you cannot lie. You cannot make it, you cannot fake it. Like in orgasm, you can't fake it. Or it is or it's not, and or you are able to, and all of your patterns will show up there. I often say that bedroom starts from the kitchen. Bedroom starts from the daily interactions and daily communications. Now, I'm not going to talk about this one today. I'm going to talk about boundaries and, in a broader sense, priority when it comes to healthy relationships and having balance. So we all need connection, and we all need different type of connections. Like, we are human beings. We are we are social animals. We do need social interactions, not only connection with intimate partner, but also connection with a God, source, universe, and connection with a community and social group we are around, whether it's a friends, family, community, tribe, um, you name it, whatever name you put it. Um, because of the lot of changes and a lot of travels and cultural changes, a lot of people expect all of those needs which all of the community in the past would fulfill with the other person, and looking for the soulmate to fulfill all of those needs, which is completely impossible. So, or on the other hand, a lot of people completely give up on relationships and fulfill those needs, those gaps in the needs with spirituality or only community. So, and compensate one to the other. We all need three levels of connection. So we all need three if we want to have a healthy, balanced relationships. And actually, I don't see anyone talking about it, but through hundreds of people now, hundreds of women, and through my own journey, I realized we need all three. And every time when I have a woman starting working with me, this is where we start. We're not starting with the deepest traumas from the past. We are starting from here and now, today, what's going on in your relationships, whether it's a relationship with your spirituality, with your higher power, God, source, universe, Allah, whatever you call it, whether it's a social circle, your family, your friends, what is going on, because those relationships will affect your intimate relationship. And changing the order of those priorities will also affect the balance, how you feel, who you are, and affect your harmony and balance, and how you show up for all of those relationships. So today I'm going to talk about three priorities of those connections, to create that healthy balance, healthy relationships for you. And for a lot of people, this might be obvious and natural, but for a lot of people it's not obvious and is not natural, especially when you are changing countries, especially when you are changing culture. It's not natural, because sometimes when we have something, when we live where we grow up, it feels natural. But when you are changing uh, your social circles all the time, you can definitely notice the difference. And this video probably would be more directed to you. So the first priority I'm going to talk is you. And if any of my clients are watching, I always say, who is the first priority? Who is the first priority? So the first priority is you in relationship. And I did video before about three priorities, and today I am going to go even deeper into that topic because it's so important. So the first priority is you. Always the first priority is you. You are with you. Okay, I'm going to go deeper a little bit later. So the first priority is you. The second priority is your relationship. Um, Also, I will go a little bit deeper to that, but for simplifying, the first priority is you. The second one is your relationship, and the third priority, your community, everyone other, your family, friends. Now, this is what I want to say to a lot of people I've been there too, a lot of people who are on the personal development journey. This doesn't mean it doesn't mean that you want to, it doesn't mean to cut off your friends and family. Okay, this is what happens a lot on personal development. Look at your friends and cut off your friends. No, it doesn't mean. It means to put them into different priorities when you want to um, evolve. And it doesn't mean that to sacrifice one thing for another. I've done this mistake 10 years ago. I also hear from a lot of other women, it doesn't mean that if you want to build your career and build your empire, to sacrifice your relationship, or to sacrifice your career if you want to have a loving relationship. This was true in the past, but it's not true anymore. Actually, when you are happy and fulfilled in a one part of your life, the other part, it will enhance the other part of your life when you have the right priorities. And today I'm going to talk, and today I'm talking about the right priorities. So again, we need all those connections. We need all of it. I'm just going to share with you what I've noticed over the years, how to put that into priorities, so you're not going crazy. You will not go crazy, but actually it will simplify your whole life. Before I will go deeper into that, um, if you want to book, if you are ready to do your relationships makeover, because it's never only one relationship, we have a lot of personalities inside. If you want to book a call with me, I will post the link below. Oh, actually, I have a link on the screen here. Yeah, StreamYard. This is my new friend right now. I'm learning how to make a friends of it. So if you want to know more about me, there is my whole story in on the website powerfulwoman.love. And if you want to book a call one-on-one session with me to talk about your relationship, where you are and where you want to go, and how we can make it happen if we are a match, then you can go to powerfulwoman.love/talk. And if you have any questions for today, put in the chat comment. I will answer that questions on the end of the of today life. Okay, so let's start with the first priority, loving yourself. First priority, which is you. And what I mean of the first priority, which is you, what does that even mean? That means that you want to love yourself first. Does that make sense? Loving yourself more than others. I know it sounds selfish. I know that it sounds controversial probably for a lot, but and I know that many women sacrifice themselves in relationships, and this is no one's fault. None of the women fault, none of the men fault. This is no one's fault. This is how we got conditioned in the past to do it. This is how in the past relationship worked, to sacrifice yourself because of the higher need for survival. Now we have a luxury. Our generation have a luxury to actually look at our emotions. Luxury and necessity of our mental health. We have to do it, otherwise we won't be able to be balanced. So sacrificing is not working anymore, and a lot of women are sacrificing themselves in order to get love from the man. They love that way of loving is the loving how men love. I'm not going to go into such a detail of feminine and masculine today. I'm just focusing on priorities, but like I said, the topic, I could talk about it for like 3 years nonstop. This is such a big topic. So today we are keeping simple. The first priority is loving yourself first, loving yourself more than others. Because when women love men the way they want to be loved, they taking up the man's space and emasculating men. So that's one thing, how it's hurting the other, but on the way they are hurting themselves. If you sacrifice yourself for the other, whether it's a friend, whether it's a partner, whether it's a man, whether it's anyone, sooner or later you will hurt yourself and you will abuse yourself with that. And that means that this is not love. You're self-harming. You're not loving yourself, but actually hating yourself. And if you are not loving yourself, no one can love you. And that's like a horrend, like that's a like a brutal truth. Like there is no other way around. If you will not build up love for cultivate if you will not cultivate love for yourself, no one will be able to love you. I do go deeper in my programs with that, because it's not just easy, okay, love yourself, but what do you mean love yourself? It's much broader topic, and much deeper topic, and much serious topic. Like it's not easy to just do 3 affirmations and love yourself. However, this is a very, very, very crucial step to do, to love yourself first. um Women treat men how they, a lot of time women want treat men how they want to be treated themselves. Now it will not make men to treat them like that, like they want, like they treat them. um if they want men to treat them like they want to be treated, they have to treat themselves how they want to be treated. Does that make sense? So if you want someone to love you, you have to love yourself. You have to treat yourself first. And I often say that men treat women the way the women treat themselves. It's such a hard truth, such a hard truth to really wake up to. But there is no other way around it. Like no one can do it for us, no one can save us from it. Like it's on us, it's totally on us. Now the men will treat you the way your masculine is treating yourself, treating your feminine, and also vice versa. You will treat men the way your feminine treats your masculine. And this is also what we are doing in my programs. We are creating that balance between both. It also feels counterproductive, right? But the more you love yourself, the more you are able to receive love, because you only receive as much as you can have. And a lot of time, this is what I've noticed. A lot of time, a lot of people, but especially women, have so much love to give. Like there is so much. I mean, people are actually want to love. When we hear the whole dating industry is growing so much because people want to love, and I hear that from my partner. He does a lot of like research on the men's side, and I hear and I listen from a lot of women on, like, people want to love. Everyone has so much love to give, but not many people know how to receive. And when it comes to love, it's on the women's side to receive. If you want to be loved, you want to start receiving love, so you want to start loving yourself. um, and the best, and only when you love yourself you can love others. So the first priority is loving yourself first. That's it. The first priority is loving yourself first, because love is the energy. There's a lot of abundance mindset coaches who talk about money is energy. Money is energy. It has to be flowing in and out. Love is the same. Love is the energy. Love is an energy. It has to flow in and out. So there is no receiver and there is no giver. Now, loving yourself first also means taking responsibility for your own happiness and for giving yourself that caring for yourself and caring for your needs. And it means choosing your own well-being, and choosing your own well-being first when it in any conflict with other, choosing yourself first. And there will be some conflict of interest, um, every single person have their own desires, every single person have their own wishes and boundaries, and what they want, what they don't want. So there would be sometimes conflict of interest. Yes, we can compromise on some, but you need to know what your are non-negotiable, what you cannot compromise. Otherwise, you will harm yourself. So, loving yourself first. And in loving yourself first, I actually created here. And loving yourself first is um, this is where the whole spirituality comes in, and connection to whatever you call it, source, God, higher power. unconditional love. Unconditional love. This is where the first relationship and priority of relationship has to come. Okay, so loving yourself first is learning to receive unconditional love from the source, God, whatever you call it, which is available to you, knowing that the love is there. Love is always there, and a lot of time I think when I feel when I feel about love, love is like a buffet system. We can have as much as we can have, as much as we can eat. Actually, interestingly, that a lot of eating disorders are connected to self-love, and all when or as a women we are binging on food, or as a women we deprive and control it, control our needs for food. Again, I'm not going to go deeper into that today, but this is all connected. And with love, it's like all love is always there, and love is unlimited, and we can have as much as we are able to receive. And that's the first priority on us. Okay, let's go to second priority. The second priority is your relationship, your man. If you are with a man, your woman. If you are with a woman, or if you are in open relationships, you also choose who is your priority there. And when I talk about if I talk to women right now, the second priority is respecting and appreciating your man. I have to say that again. The second priority is respecting and appreciating your man. I slow down here because I know a lot of women will talk here. I will repeat again. The second priority is your relationship, and you want to switch to respecting and appreciating your man just because he is alive, just because he is. And if you don't have a man right now in your life, you're in different phase of your life, start practicing appreciating and respecting men. In the shop, can be a stranger, can be your family member, can be your friend. Start respecting and appreciating your men just for who they are. Every man deserves appreciation. Every man deserves respect. The same as every woman is worthy of love. And I know it's a big shift. You want to, and I get it. I get it. I know it. I get it. We did not have a good history with this. And if you are watching this right now, or you're probably searching and looking for the answers, and you probably might be hurt as well by men in the past, not even once. So it can be challenging. And I get it. I hear you. Now, if you do want, now you need to ask yourself a question. Do you want to have healthy relationship? Passionate, committed, deep relationship of deep intimacy? Or do you want to be right? So you can truly, and also on the other side, you can only truly respect man when you love yourself first. When you are done with your first priority, when you're done with your first priority, loving yourself first, and saying no to self harm and self abuse, not allowing anyone abuse you, then you can truly appreciate and truly respect man. And again, this is what I do with my ladies, beautiful, amazing women in my mastermind, on loving themselves first and learning how to give, how to receive love, and then how to give love. So also one thing I want to add to that is I have more people joining. Hi everyone. If you are joining now, do say hi um, in the comment. I'm happy to answer. If I'm not answering, I'm not seeing the comments here because I am using StreamYard. That's my new friend, so I'm learning the technology. So if you are here, I'm saying hi. What I want to 1 second. I'm having alarm. Interestingly, 1 second. Oh boy! Before I had the whole constructions going on. Now I have alarm. I need to prepare better for my recording studio here. Okay. When it comes to respecting men, it's a lot of women are waiting for men to become some to do something, to do more. There a lot of women wait for the men to do that. Now, when I talk about respecting men, I'm talking about you learning the skill of respecting and appreciating men just for being a man, just for whatever, just for the fact that they are and they're adding to your life. Now, it doesn't mean about when you respect a man doesn't mean more or less about him. It's mean about you. Does that make sense? The way you treat others, it doesn't mean anything about them. It means about you. So the way you treat others shows the quality of the person you are, and it shows who you are. So master it, master yourself, because it is so worth it, because you are worth it. So respecting men, it doesn't mean anything less or more about them. It means more about you and the quality of who you are. So that's the second priority. The third priority is serving your family, friends, community, tribe, whatever you call it, the group you are in. And this always comes up as well in the relationship coaching I do, that how we are with our communities, it will affect on your own relationship with yourself and relationship with your partner, and also how you are with yourself, with your partner, will affect community. And I put that relationship as a third priority. I don't want to cut off. I don't want you to cut off the community. I don't want you to cut off friends, family. I want you to put the proper priorities. And when it comes to your family, what like the switch, the next level, just it's not only about putting it as a third priority, it's about what to do with it. So what you want to do, like what I suggest to do, what I teach to do, is to serve your family and friends, be in service. And the more you are in service, the happier you are. And if you look at recently, I think recently I watched an interview with Will Smith. He talked about, and a lot of celebrities, a lot of people who achieved enormous fame and money and achieve different achievements talk about it, that the happiest they are when they are in service, when they're doing something in service, helping other people. That none of the amount of none of the amount of achievement and relationship trophy will not give you that happiness as you are serving the community. And if you are over 18 years old, if you're an adult, I do work with adults. I don't work with um, anyone who is below 18 years old. If you're an adult, legally no one owes you anything. Does that make sense? The world doesn't owe you anything. You are not entitled to the world. No one owes you love. No one owes you materials. No one owes you support or anything. But you will get all of that. You will get all of that when you serve and add value to that common pile, to that common group, to that common resources. The more in service you are, the more service you will get back. The more in service you are to the whole group, to other people, the more you will get back service from others. And this is what happens with a lot of groups. When I see, like, I used to work with group dynamics. I love working with groups. I think it's tremendous power. It's amazing what group can do. So when people are in fear in the group, they're in a survival mode, right? We all know what happened with our society when the COVID hit. A lot of people went to fear, which is understandable. I mean, we are all affected by waves of what is going on in society. We are also affected individually. That's why it's so important to serve community, because if we just cut ourselves off from community, from society, it will still affect us. But we are here part of the society to go do our part. And doing our part means being in service. So when people are in fear, they go to survival mode, then they use others to get their needs met. Does that make sense? Needs for love, needs for sex, needs for money, and trying to get theirs from others. And this is where the group become dysfunctional, hostile, toxic. Whether it's a workplace environment, whether it's a family, whether it's a community, whether it's a social group, it becomes unsafe and toxic. And people will close up and like be much more hostile to each other. And when members of the group, of the family, of the workplace are in service to each other, to the common good, it is incredible what group can do and achieve, and how everyone needs are taken care of. And a lot of spiritual groups really put a lot of attention on service. So you can notice that those groups are actually very much fulfilling, and it's and it and it's incredible how a lot of people can get benefit just by being part of the group and adding a small part each as each person. There was a lot of there was a quote saying, we are all part of the ocean, we are just drop of the ocean, but we are all part of an ocean, and we matter as a part of the ocean. So to start, ask yourself, how can I serve? How can I help? How can I add value? If you have a situation with family, for example, if there is a situation with a family you're upset, if you have a situation with a friend that you're upset, instead of blaming and pointing out fingers, ask yourself, how can I be in service here? What can be done? How can it be different? How can it be better? Be the first person who's asking those questions. A lot of people, like I said, when they're in a fear mode, survival mode, hostile mode, they cannot see any other way. It's just like a really like stuck in a prison. So be the one who asks different questions and ask yourself, what can it be done here? What can I do? What I can do? How can I add value? And that way you will change complete dynamic from, oh my God, I'm not safe here, to we can do this, we can create, we can do better. So really ask yourself, how can I add value? How can we do better here? And a lot of time here, people would also one thing that they have enough to give, they have enough to share. So just know that everyone have unique gifts. You have unique gifts here too, and you know what? You always have something to offer. You can always offer your presence, your attention, your listening, your willingness and readiness. You can always offer asking different questions and and asking what else can be done here. And that's super valuable. We used to think that only valuable the only value is money, the only value is whatever, like material resources. Mm, Attention and presence is massive value. Just to know that you being you are already valuable, and you are needed, and the fact that you are in this situation, it's for the reason. You have a role to play here. Like in a big theater, every actor has a role to play, and you have a role to play in your life. So add value and serve, be in service. Now, when you're in service, do as much service as is comfortable for you. Does that make sense? You do need to have a boundaries with your giving, because the needs are endless. If we look at the world, the needs are endless. There is always more to give, so you will not fulfill all of the needs. You're actually giving and serving for yourself. So always, always, always have your boundaries and give what you can give, serve what you can serve, and yeah, don't let yourself overburned. And you choose, like, you are in control of your service. You choose how much you can give. Remember, the first priority is you, and loving yourself first, because only when you take care of yourself first, then you can truly serve from overflow. When you are not in position to serve, you need to pour the love into you first. Do that first, and only then you can serve others. Now, okay, so that's the whole structure of the healthy relationships. I'm going to just show you. I wanted to show you at the beginning, but now I see. So this is what I see, the priorities. The first priority is you, and it's me, it's you, it's a spirituality. The second priority you want to pay attention to your relationship, to your health, and your career. And the third priority is community, is volunteering, it's projects, family, socializing. We all need we need a social friend, we need family, friends, we need social circles, we need community, we need tribe. We are social creatures. We need variety of different connections through interaction, through work, through projects, through socializing, and through co-creating. So ask yourself, how can I add value here? Okay, so that's 3 priorities. The first priority is what? Pass in a comment. Loving yourself first. The second priority is what? Pass in a comment. Yes, respect, or respect your man, or honor your woman if you are with woman. And the priority number 3 is what? Serve your community. Also, pass in the comment. Because of the social change in today's world, we're like I said, there's so many people are evolving, growing. We are changing the previous structures, and we are changing how we previously dealt with relationships. It's not like finding. There is so many changes that when we talk about finding the one, finding the soulmate, it's not only about one, but it's about healing all of those 3 relationships and getting balance with and right priorities with all of those 3 relationships, with self, with your person, with your one, and with the group you are in, because we all need all. And this is what happens every time when we start going. I haven't even added this is not in the modules. I'm going to add that to the modules, because every time we start, we have to start with the first priority, just setting up the right foundations. We can't talk about one without healthy relationship with self. We can't talk about one without support system and other connections and community and group. And we can't talk about the one when when community, when family takes up all of the space and energy. We need to have a good boundaries and good foundations, and simplify and just simplify the life. Hope that was helpful and clarify the confusion that you might be in now, especially when you are changing your culture, your group, your geographic, you're making new friends. And if you're ready for relationship makeover, you can see the link. I will post also below, powerfulwoman.love/talk. And let's have a one-on-one conversation on where you are at and what you want and how can we make it happen. If you have any questions, do post in the comment. I will make a video about that. We can continue have those conversations. And also, I am planning to do those lives regularly. I hope on Tuesdays. I'm getting better with my schedule and timing. So again, if you have a questions, come on the live and I see you soon. Stay well. Mwah.